Calvin, we'll start off right here. Left.
Calvin, for the outsiders that don't get to see practice in the spring and whatnot, could you kind of elaborate on any of the offensive changes that maybe you guys are experiencing now with the new coordinator, how much you like what you guys are doing and the direction you're heading?
I mean, we haven't changed too much of the offense, but I really do like what we're doing. And I really can't say much in here, but you just got to wait to see, this season.
We got that answer earlier. You guys were kind of bold enough to tell us?
No, I just don't want to tell the cameras, what we're going to be doing on offense. I don't think that's pretty smart to do.
Next question from Joe Whalen.
Joe Whalen, ABC 3340 Birmingham. How have you seen Jalen develop in the passing game these last few months, particularly throwing the deep ball?
I mean, Jalen Hurts is a very hard worker. He went to the, you guys know he went to the little Peyton Manning camp. And, he came back. He learned a lot of stuff. He competed against some of the best quarterbacks there. So he's got a lot better, and I don't have no worries about him because, he's a very hard worker.
Calvin, we're to the left.
Obviously, you guys have had a ton of success. I'm curious, what's your perspective? Why has Alabama been so successful over your time in Tuscaloosa?
I really think it's how we do things down there, and how we prepare for games. And we got Coach Saban on our backs all day, and we really don't have a choice but to to play at a high level and play good.
Okay, Calvin, next over here on the left.
Calvin, Noah Mandel, WTVY News 4 Dothan. As a South Florida kid yourself, how have you kind of taken Jeudy under your wing, and what have you seen from him in his short spring?
Well, I've known Jerry since he was like an 8th grader. He's been around, and I played football with his big brother. I really see Jerry Jeudy as like a little brother to me. He's always been around. We stayed the night together at high school. And we always hang out. He's a very special player, and I got high. He's really high with me, so I want him to do well.
Next question here, Rick Carley on the left front.
Calvin, Rick Carley, Fox 6 in Birmingham. You've had so much success. Looking back at the Clemson game, how much is that eating at you, and you put it in your rearview mirror, and how much of a motivator has it been for you and your teammates?
Yeah.
Felt it around campus in workouts, and maybe talk about that with your team.
Yeah. It definitely, motivated me that we lost, but it motivated me. And Jalen's my roommate. We got a couple of posters around the dorm. Just showing the score around so we could remember that we lost, and that we gotta, when we get tired, we gotta work harder. Coach Carkin always says, Clemson is right there. Don't jump off sides, don't jump past the line. So. That motivated the team a lot. I think we really, we got that in the back of our head, but we know we're really focused and ready for this season.
Calvin, just real quick follow-up. The posters are from the final play of the game?
Yeah, we got a picture of the final play of the game. We got the score, and we got just like Jalen getting sacked or something like that. And we know that our offense has to be better. And if we would have had a better offense, we would have probably won that game more. We got it in the locker room, we got it in our room, and we got it all over the place. Just a little bit of motivation.
Being a junior and having the opportunity to be here, what does it mean to you to be seen as a leader and not just a guy who can make plays?
Actually, I'm really excited to be here, and I'm excited that Coach Saban thinks I'm one of the leaders on the team. And I told myself that I want to take on that role and be more of a leader, and I think I'm doing pretty good in my group and for the offense, and it's just like, it's an honor to be here.
Calvin, center left, right here.
Coach Saban brought up an interesting fact. In the last 6 years, any loss that you've had has been by 7 points or less, and he stressed the attention to detail. You referenced earlier that he's always kind of on your backs. Is that what it takes to have this elite level program, that attention to detail, and understanding that play can make or break a game?
Yeah, I mean, when we go into practice, we go in there, that's when we can mess up. So when we do go in that game, we want to get everything right so we don't have those mess ups, so we don't lose by that 7 points. And that's why Coach Saban's so hard on us, because we go over and over in practice, and we should be doing it, the right way in the game.
Calvin up on the riser on the right.
Hi, Calvin. Mary Lee Adams, WDHN Dothan. You said that you don't want to talk about your offensive game plan, but could you just talk a little bit about what it's like been working with Brian Daboll?
I really like Coach Daboll. You know, he brings that NFL mentality to our offense, and you know, he knows what he's doing. He's a very bright guy, and you know, very cool. And all the guys on the team likes him. You know, he speaks to everyone. He's not one of those guys who just, you know, speaks to the guys who's going to play. Everyone's, you know, going to, you know, contribute this year. And, you know, he really believes in us, and we really believe in him.
Okay, Calvin, over here on the left, Joe Whalen.
Hey, Calvin. With Coach Daboll, and without giving away any details, has he had to marry his philosophy more to what you guys do, or have you guys made more changes to fit what his system is?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think we're gonna do a little bit what he want to do and a little bit what Coach Saban wants to do. So at the end of the day, it's all part up to Coach Saban.
Still over here on the left, Calvin, and
Yeah.
we'll go.
You talk about the stress, you know, that Coach has you guys under in practice, but it's clear that the results are there. It's for a guy, you know, he's such a tremendous recruiter. Is it just that process of coming to Alabama, developing, playing, going into the league? It's almost like a cycle does it recruit itself now? Are you guys at that level?
I mean, I think it recruits itself, but you know, you still got to do your recruiting. You know, some guys, you know, like other schools, and other schools are doing the same thing we're doing, putting guys in the NFL. But I feel like, you know, we do a real good job of getting players better. You know, we win championships, we win a lot of games, and you know, you're gonna be coached by the best, and all the other position coaches are the best, and you know, you're just gonna get a lot better when you come to Alabama. So I think we do a real good job in recruiting.
One more back left.
Calvin, Florida State in your opening game going up probably against DeMar's McFadden, and then over the top you have Derwin James. What is your scouting report on both of them and the entire FSU defense?
Well, those two guys, I know they're like really, really high players, and you know, they play real good. And, you know, I got a lot of respect for both of them, and I'm really excited to be able to compete against those two, and you know, go out there and with my group, my wide receiver group, and we're gonna be ready to, you know, play hard and just, you know, do anything we can do to beat that team.
Calvin, right here on the left center.
Hey, Calvin, how tough was that LSU defense to go up against last year, and your thoughts on playing in Tuscaloosa this year?
Well, last year's game, I thought that was one of the hardest games we had. You know, that defense was really good. Their secondary was awesome. You know, their linebackers and D-line played great. So, I mean, this year, I don't know what they have much, but I know every year we play them is going to be a great game, and I'm looking forward to it.
Calvin, we're going to move to the right side.
Corey Miller, Watch Fox Sports, Columbia, South Carolina. Calvin, you guys have a lot coming back on offense, but one piece is the tight end position, losing O.J. Howard. Who has stepped up for you guys at that position?
I mean, we know we lost, you know, O.J. Howard, who's a great player, but we know we still got some great tight ends. We got, you know, Hale Hinges and Miller Forster. Those are part of the two leaders on the tight end group. And I think those guys, you know, I have a lot of faith in them, and they're going to do really well. And they're, you know, bringing along the younger guys like Irv Smith, you know, those guys are really good, and I, you know, have faith in them.
Calvin on the front right.
Minka's known as a cerebral type player. Minka Fitzpatrick's known as a cerebral type player out there, very intelligent. Give us your best example when you saw that part of his game, and you know, whether it was at practice or maybe on film, and what's it like going on one-on-one potentially against him?
Yeah, I feel like Minka's like one of those guys. Like I would say he's like a ball hawk. He's always around the ball. He hustles, and that's one of the main reasons he's always around the ball. And when you can beat Minka in something, you know you did something right. And, you get pretty excited, pretty happy that you did. But other than that, you know, it's just a bunch of competition. It just makes you, it just makes both of us better. You know, because he's gonna come and work hard every day, and I am too. And you know, my group is, and his group is also.
Calvin, right here in the center.
Taylor Tannenbaum, WHNT in Huntsville. I know Keaton Anderson has made the transition from linebacker to DB. Have you gone up against him at practice, and if so, how have you seen him make that transition to that position?
Actually, I really think Keaton Anderson is like a real special player. From the day we got there, I became friends with him, and he's a real hard worker. And if anybody can do it, the transition, I think it's him. But I really haven't got a chance to go against him. But I really like Keaton a lot. He's you can put him anywhere, and he's going to be special.
Okay, Calvin. Now we're moving to the left against the wall.
Adam Solomon, Alabama News Network. How do you gauge the receiving corps as a whole going against specifically with a guy with the speed like Henry Ruggs?
I'm sorry, I didn't really understand the question.
How do you gauge the receiving corps as a whole going into the season, specifically with the speed of a guy like Henry Ruggs?
Henry Ruggs, he's, I mean, I feel like in my group, we all fast. We all got a lot of speed, and, Henry Ruggs is, he's come in, he's worked really hard, and, all the younger guys have worked really hard, and, they're all buying in, so I think we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. I know we're going to be fine.
Joe?
Hey, Calvin. Coach Saban's made it very, very clear that there is no quarterback controversy whatsoever. But I wonder, when you have a returning starter who was the SEC Offensive Player of the Year, but is still young, and then you have Tua come in and light it up like he did in the spring, what's the conversation like amongst you guys in the locker room?
There's really no conversation. We all know we got two really good players on our team at the quarterback position. Actually, three, and we just want them to continue to work hard and get each other better, and so we can go into the season, have no worries at our position.
Okay, Calvin here in the rear left.
Austin Johnson, he's on the scout team, doesn't see a lot of playing time. How do you see him kind of develop on the scout team? I see you smiling right there. What kind of guy is he on the team?
Yeah, AJ, that's my boy. He's one of those walk-ons who's like really loves football, and I respect those guys a lot. They go out there and one day they're at quarterback, one day they're at receiver, one day he's at safety. I got a lot of respect for those guys. And they deserve anything, everything. So I respect AJ a lot, and there's just a lot of other guys also.
Okay, we've got a few moments. Final questions for Calvin. Back over here to the left, Calvin.
After losing the national championship game, going into this season, is there just kind of a fire lit under everybody? What was the concentration level heading into the spring in some workouts?
Going into the spring, we really didn't have too many meetings about leadership. But I guess I feel like we had a really good spring as a team. We looked good every day. Everybody came out and competed every day. But when we got into the summer, I think the leadership group, we got a leadership group now, and everyone's they're buying in, like I keep saying. But we're getting everyone to play as one, and everybody's like focused on one goal, and that's getting better. And we're gonna go into camp, and by the end of camp, we're gonna know what's our purpose.
One more question here, Calvin, on the right front.
Nick talked about in the playoffs last year, he felt like overall leadership and some of the accountability, player accountability, maybe tailed off a little bit. Did you feel that? What was that like going through, and what corrections have y'all as a leadership group made to correct that?
Yeah, personally, I would say we just was different, We wasn't ourselves in those last games. We did a lot of different things. We dressed different, We just thought different, and we just thought we was better, and we thought we just had it. But so far, I know we know that what we messed up and how to fix those things. And Coach Saban is riding us to be a better, more of a leader. So I think the leaders that we have now are really all in. So that's what it's all about, being all in.